Welcome to the Metalman Show with your host Will Hart. I'm producer Jack. Each week we'll answer your questions about precious metals such as gold, silver, platinum, and palladium, as well as discuss what the metal experts are saying in the news and what it could possibly mean for you. Here's your host, Will Hart.
Hey folks, I am your host Will Hart, the Metal Man, for the week of March 28th, 2021. Let's jump right into it. Gold closed at $1,734.29, silver at $25.15, platinum at $1,193.59, and palladium at $2,711.52. All right, Jack, what's our question for the day?
Okay, Will. Here's an emailed question from James out of Jacksonville, Florida, who asks, the Federal Reserve just announced that they are not raising interest rates. What will this mean for gold, if anything?
Okay, James, thank you for that question. It's actually a really good question. The Fed just actually recently came out and it talked about they're not raising interest rates. And if we pull an article up, you'll see here, Fox covered this. Fox Business covered this on September 16th, pointing out that the Fed signals interest rates will stay near zero through 2023 to bolster U.S. economy. And you'll see here in the next article that, in fact, that is exactly what took place. Chairman Powell says Federal Reserve is in no hurry to raise interest rates. And I'm going to read a little further. Federal Chairman Jerome Powell told Congress on Wednesday that the central bank will not start raising interest rates until it believes its goals on maximum employment and inflation have been reached. Well, let's think about that for a second. Unemployment is at historic highs due to this pandemic. So what does that mean for gold? Well, if the banks aren't making money from interest rates, you got to put your money somewhere. So if the dollar is, of course, losing value from inflation and devaluation, you obviously have to look at an alternative investment. So you have something to protect and preserve the value of your portfolio. So if the banks aren't making money from interest rates, money's got to go somewhere. Hope that answers your question, James.
Thanks, Will. I too hope that answers James' question. On to the topic of the week. What can the Metalman tell us about the driving factors of gold?
There we go. We're actually tied into that. So there are three factors there's many factors, but the three in my top three, which we just actually went over one of them. First, supply and demand. The gold, there's no new gold growing. I've talked about on previous shows. Obviously, the gold that's being found out there, it's getting harder and harder to find. Miners over the past 10 years are finding 85% less gold. So the low-hanging fruit's been picked over the last 5,000 years. And obviously now we're at a point where it costs more money to get that gold out of the ground. So when there is less gold being found and the demand is increasing dramatically due to what's happening in the world, you obviously can see that price being pushed north. Secondly, inflation. We were basically talking about moments ago, and that is the cost of goods and services continue to rise. So as the cost of goods and services increase, so do commodities, physical gold and silver being one of them. Again, that has to do with the price of what a dollar can buy. We are close to $30 trillion. I think we actually just broke $30 trillion in debt. So our dollar is being crushed. The government's only answer is to print. The more money they print, the less your dollar can buy. So do the math. And then last, of course, interest rates, which we did talk about. If you're seeing interest rates being held to zero levels, well, obviously that is also going to push the price of metals up further. Hopefully that helps people out. Again, we just want to answer some little topics, get in, answer those. Hopefully that helps you out. Jack?
Hopefully those who are interested in understanding the way that the economy is affecting the value of gold got their questions answered. However, if not, don't hesitate to give Will a call or shoot him an email. Next week, we'll start off with a question from Mary out of Peachtree City, Georgia, who asks, does all of the money being printed by Biden affect the value of gold?
Mary, thank you so much for that question, and I do look forward to answering that. That is actually a topic that I've been wanting to talk about, so I'm glad someone out there actually is answering that. So again, if you have any questions, concerns, anything you want to run by me, please don't hesitate to leave a message at the bottom or email me, which most people are emailing me directly at w.hart@prioritygold.com. And again, that's w.hart@prioritygold.com or in the comments section below, as I mentioned. Until next week, stay safe, stay golden. This is your Metal Man signing off.